Welcome everyone. So this video is in continuation with our Azure AI series. In this lecture, we'll be discussing on what is Azure AI Hub, and we'll wind up this training with a hands-on chatbot. Okay, so now let's go ahead and discuss what is Microsoft AI Foundry. So in Azure, we have Microsoft AI Foundry. In the beginning phases in around 2023, this was known as Azure OpenAI, and from there, Microsoft has evolved into this particular service, which is Microsoft Foundry, and this contains a suite of services, which is Foundry. We have AI Hub, we have Azure OpenAI, and AI Search. We have already discussed on Azure OpenAI. This service focuses mostly on Azure OpenAI and OpenAI series of models and how they can be utilized. And AI Search, as the name suggests, it's the indexing and the vector DB kind of a service where you can create the embeddings for the different sort of sources. And then we have these two. One is the Foundry and one is the AI Hub. So we'll be discussing on the AI Hub today. Before we do that, we have already discussed on OpenAI and AI Search. Now, what is Foundry? So the basic difference between the Foundry and the OpenAI is that Foundry contains other suite of models apart from OpenAI. So it contains around 11K plus kind of models in its cluster. So and you can choose among those 11K models to whichever fits your particular use case. So now in terms of hands-on, how we'll spin it up, we will create on this create button, and the moment we click on it, we'll have these two options here, project and the hub. Project goes for the Foundry kind of projects, and the hub is for grouping container for projects, providing security, connectivity, and compute management, which is more of PaaS or a infrastructure as service kind of a model. And so now let's go ahead. Once we click on the AI Hub, it will ask us to enter the subscription, resource group, region, name. The friendly name will automatically flow in from here and from the name. All right, and resource group will be taken as default. We need to check this button where we want our hub resource to be same as this is, otherwise it will be creating a new one, and this base model will be created automatically. Right, we'll click on review and create, and the moment it is clicked, it will take us to this particular page, and it will take around 1 minute to validate. And once the validation is passed, you can click on this create button to spin up the service. Once the service is spinned up, it will take around 2 minutes to get going, and then you will click on go to resource. Once you click on this button, it will take you to this particular resource where you have on the left all the controls, and on the right you will have this resource group, location, subscription, ID, key vault, project group, storage, container registry, application and site provision state. It is successful. So you can click on this Azure AI Foundry here to open it in the studio, Foundry Studio. And once you open it, you will see this kind of a window where you will have the management center with all resources which are there, their quota, and this hub in terms of overview, users, endpoints, connected resources, and compute, as I had mentioned. So in this compute, you can have a lot of other stuff. So now we'll click on create new project. And once it is clicked, it will ask you to name your project. So you will put a name and you will click on create. Once it is created, it will be something like this. You will have the project connection string, and then you have subscription ID and all, and then you will have models to explore. What you can do is you can go to the management center in the bottom, you can click on it, and it will show you the connected resources in this in terms of what is there, and you will have two pre-populated name of the services. And what you will do is you will click on plus new connection. Once it is clicked, you will select AI Foundry AI models. And once you have clicked on that, you will double check here to connect. And once it is ticked in a green tick, you will click on close. Once it is done, you will see this kind of API keys created. You will again click on go to project, and here you will now see the model catalog and all. You can click over here and you can select GPT-4o from the model catalog suite. You can see here that we have lots and lots of models, for example, Mistral and others. So that's the difference between AI Hub and the Azure OpenAI in one way. And then you will select GPT-4o Mini. You will click on use this model. You can see in this video how it's going. So it shows you a lot of other areas. You are clicking over here and then you select direct model apart from managed compute, because if you click on the managed compute, you will have a lot of other stuff to do there, right? So once that is done, we'll move ahead and this model will be spinned up. So you can see it at a spinned up, it is succeeded. And then you will again click on deploy model for the embeddings. So you will search on embeddings ADA002. You'll select it, and once it is selected, you'll click on confirm over here. Once confirmed, you will select on the standard one, and you will click on the deploy. So you see that resources spinned up already, and now you will go for Azure AI search. So you can go to Microsoft Foundry. There's one way to do it is you can go to Microsoft Foundry and click on the AI search as we had seen earlier, and it can in a similar way you can validate, and again it will ask you to will give you the create option button, or you can come over here and you can click on a new, and you can click on the AI search option over here. Once you have done it, you will click on the add connection, and once it is shows connected, you will click on this close, and it will show you like this. Once you have done it, you will come to your chat playground and you will click on the deploy button over here. So you have both embeddings and all, and then now what you are doing is you are creating this particular services, and if you see here, you are creating on the, you're giving the name, and then you're doing the other stuff. So as you can see in this video, you have clicked on the deploy app, right? You have clicked on it deploy, you are seeing it deployed. Once it is deployed, you can open the particular app and you can get started to play with it. Whatever other connections you want to add, you can add them here. So that AI search resource that you had added will be shown over here like this, right? And once the app is deployed, you can open a new window, go to the app which was deployed, which will be in your resource group or even in the chat playground option, and you can see it, you can start playing with it. So here is a chatbot. You put a question, what is embedding ADA002, and it has given you the answer along with the references that you had in your training set, which you had put in the particular thing, right? That's it on this lecture. In this lecture, we saw as to how AI Hub is different from Azure OpenAI and Foundry and search projects. AI Hub allows you to have your customized compute in production heavy payloads or where you need a very detailed kind of a customization. AI Hub can be your go-to stack of service from Azure. We looked at how to spin up a AI Hub resource, how to go to the management section of it, spin up models, and while you are spinning up models, it allows you to have a default setup or a compute optimized setup where you have option to manage your compute, but there is a caveat there, the cost is high. Similarly, we looked at once that is done, we can upload some documents into the blob and then link it to our app to create a custom chatbot with the hub resource to see as to how it answers our question. At the same time, it provides us the summary and the citation notes. So that's it on this video. I hope this was productive and gave you some insights on what is AI Hub. Please like, share, and subscribe this video for similar content in the future. Thank you.